These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Okay, I just had to get that off my system. And now, let's us begin with the show officially. Let's see if I can make this thing work. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, yes, yes. It's the Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And today, got a lot of things to get through. A whole heap of things to get through. A crocus bag of things to get through. Damn, I got hit up with the news real late. Link is in the chat. I was just about to go live. I was having a cheese and chicken sarnie. Let me angle this mic properly. Make sure you're getting the fullness of the thing. Okay, having my cheese and chicken sarnie with seasoning, with peppers. Don't get it twisted. Let me angle this thing up right. This thing is at an awkward angle. OMG. OMG. And furthermore, let me make sure I got everything lined up. The Rafi is damn, my body temperature. And Kong says he knows Rafi is an island man. Yes. No doubt, 100%. Okay, so where do we begin? Am I ready for camera time? Am I ready for my camera time? Okay, I think so. Whoa. Whew. Okay, got a late call just before the show. And I got the message. I got the word. And by the way, hold on, where is it? And by the way, give me some feedback, people. Give me some feedback on boom, boom, boom. Give me some feedback on the thing. Which this could be the new opening scene. Give me the feedback. Let me have the feedback. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so let me have the feedback on that. Was sent to me very gracefully by a loyal subscriber, loyal listener, more than a listener, somebody who cares. Okay, so I had a call with the late news. And Vital NRG is up in the building. Vital Energy, are you hearing me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Well. Vital Energy.
Yeah, that's good.
David, better known to me as David, is up in the building. Let me drop the link in the chat again for anybody who missed it. Okay.
I'll drop some of that as well. I love you, Robot. Robot's hardcore. I mean, I was thinking, those drums you have in the background. The drums are just man, it's all good.
It's all good. It's all looking good. And David, nice of you to join us. Or Vital NRG, nice of you to join us.
Nice to be here.
Okay, so we're gonna give the lowdown on the hold down, the breakdown of the shakedown. Okay, so I got some news real late. With the breaking story. Okay, where we at? Okay, good stuff. You need to post that in the main chat. Okay, so for it to be visible, you have to post that in the main chat. Any comments, post in the main chat. Okay, so the news came through. The news came through of Mark Tibbs. With his response. People have been waiting for his response in relation to the Dillian Whyte situation. And so we got Mark Tibbs's words. But before we go into that, let's get into the chat and see what people are saying. Okay. Where are we? Live combat ratings are pretty good. Yes. The ratings are up there. The ratings are good. God of War up in the building. Crocker Spag. I know Raphael is an island man now. I said Crocker Spag earlier on. Yes. Philip Carl Roberts up in the building. Ruben Guerrero up in the build. Oh, damn. Did I post this to Instagram? I mean, Twitter? No. But anybody who knows will know. Anybody who cares to know will know. Nice new opening. Yes, indeed. Hell yeah. Philip Carl Roberts is feeling it. God of War says not bad. Well, if it's not bad, God of War, then I suggest you post me a better one. Post me a better one if it's only not bad. I think it's bloody marvelous. Given to me by a subscriber. Is not very often, but yeah, much appreciated. Okay, what's going on there? Mark Tibbs coming up. Is Mark Tibbs coming on the show tonight? Well, he's going to feature in the show tonight. Rocky Ali, bloody hell, Rocky Ali. Somebody I only know from Twitter, but he's here. I don't think I've seen you here before, Rocky. Good to have you up in the building. Where are we? Did you want to say something, David, just now?
Oh no, I'm just getting used to this technology, I'm just messing it up on my end.
No, not at all. It's all good. What do I want to do first of all, though? Where are we? The prudent man up in the building. I think I'm gonna go straight to the Mark Tibbs thing. Am I gonna go straight to the Mark Tibbs thing? What is it now? Okay, yeah, we're at 8 minutes in. That's fair enough. That's enough time. That's enough warm-up time. And remember, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So I am going to. How are we going to do this? Because it was originally with IFL. I know they're kind of funny when it comes to copywriting. Love to copyright, man. Love to dash the copyright on, man. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and go with the video. Let me share my screen. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let's get the background. Let's get the background in order. Is that the background? That's the foreground. That's no good. Let's get the background in order. Oh, okay. Let me save that there. Let me save. How's the new computer going, Vital?
It didn't work. I'm back on my old laptop.
Oh, no. OMG.
How good it's going. I need a new camera and mic and everything, you know?
Damn. But you know what? When you get through the technical issues and hiccups and whatnot, you'll be grateful that you did it. Yeah. What am I looking for? I'm having a brain freeze here. Oh yeah, I know what I'm looking for.
What's that? A brain freeze.
Brain freeze. I had a
Remember
brain
that term
freeze
for later on, mate.
Aha. Okay, David's gonna drop some knowledge on us. David's gonna drop some knowledge on us. Yeah. Best you write something in the chat so your thing is up there.
Yeah. I was writing in the wrong thing and everything. You know?
Yeah. That's no problem, man. That's no problem. Yeah. Okay, so we got the background in order, and let's go directly. I think I'm gonna go direct to the video. Yeah. But I'm not gonna show the video footage. You're just gonna hear the words of Mark Tibbs. I think that's the best way to do it. Don't want no copyright issues whatsoever. Whatsoever. Okay, so let's see. Let me share it, I suppose. Let me share it. Yeah, I'll share it and then block out the visuals. That's the smartest thing. That's the smartest thing I could do. That's the smartest thing I can do. Okay, so share screen. Boom. Okay, there it is. There it is. Now to avoid the copyright issues which come with IFL videos, I think I need to just cover that up. I think I know what I'm going to cover it up with as well. I think I'm being kind of slick on this. Okay, so let's play the video. Boom. Okay. Let's play.
Bigger. But I've got to go back to I did get a phone call about 3 weeks ago from the team that wanted me to do the last 3 weeks of the camp. You know, so the last 3 weeks of the camp, and you know, I was ready 8 weeks out. And the thing is, the last 3 weeks of the camp, you know, I can't put my name to work, which ain't mine, if you understand. So I didn't want to take that chance with the Povetkin fight. So you know, my gut intention was no. You know, I'm not going to do the last 3 weeks of the camp, and I was pretty pissed off with that because you know, I'm proud of my work. My work shows through with my training and with my guidance, and I didn't want to do the last 3 weeks and put my name to someone else's work. But I have to get that off my chest there, Ruma. Sorry, mate.
No.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so Mark Tibbs speaks. Mark Tibbs speaks on the Dillian Whyte situation. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper. We're going to go a little bit deeper into it. It's great. It's great you got me wrong. Yeah, well, say it's great then. Don't say great is good, my friend. You got to, if it's great, say it's great. But as I was saying, no problem. Getting back into this thing. Where are we? So the Mark Tibbs has said, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that aspect. Or do I make a note of this and then carry on with the rest of the interview? I think we're just taking notes now. Okay, so the first note, point 1, is that Mark was invited to the last 3 weeks of the training camp, and he declined. Okay, so that was the end of the video, but we're going to get back into the video, and we're going to go back deeper.
My guys.
So,
they're
including myself, I was surprised. For a couple of days, obviously, the whole boxing world was taken aback a little bit, including myself. I was surprised. Dillian come out and announced that he parted terms with you. Now, firstly, you know, in boxing, this happens all the time, and there's big fallouts normally, etc. But it seems like you've parted on very good terms. Is that right, Mark? You're still on good terms?
Yeah, well, we haven't had it. You know, it's been lack of communication, if anything. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm always available to speak. I'm always on the phone, but I haven't spoken to Dillian for a long while. It's just lack of communication, really. And yeah, I've sent an email and the messages and phone calls to when we got the date, when we got the official date for the garden job on the 22nd of August, and I didn't hear from him until I heard from Neil, the lawyer. The lawyer got in touch with me and briefed me on the statement that Dillian was going to put out.
All right, so you only found out just before we did that. Is that correct?
Yeah, day before.
Right. Okay.
Didn't help really, but
Okay, so Mark Tibbs only found out a day before. Just had a little wardrobe malfunction there. Just had a little wardrobe malfunction. It's okay. Microphone has fallen off the thing, but it's okay. We continue to move. So he had no notice. No notice. Let us continue. Let us continue while I fix this wardrobe malfunction.
You know, it is what it is. You know, there's different. Every trainer's got different structures and systems. And to be honest with you, you know, I started getting added spreadsheets and things like that. And it's, you know, I don't work like that anyway. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so listen, look, I wish Dillian all the very, very best. And we had a good thing going when it worked. So I had a good journey with him. And I wish him all the best in the rest of his career.
Yeah, looking back, Mark.
So Mark Tibbs is saying that he was getting handed spreadsheets. He was getting handed spreadsheets towards the end of them working together. He had a feeling it was coming. It was not a total surprise. And let us continue.
But it was a nice journey, and we had a good team, and it was fun. It was a good ride.
It was a good ride. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, I said when the date's official, I'll be coming back, and sure, I'll be coming because the date got. I left Portugal because the date got moved. Yeah, I said when the date's official, I'll be coming back, and that's what happened. The date became official. I sent Dillian's team my availability to get back into camp again, and I never heard from him. And there was a couple of little things. That I had to get nailed down. Can't go into detail because of past experiences, but you know, I had to get a few things nailed down before I could come back into camp. And then the next thing, you know, a month later or whenever it was, you know, a couple of days ago, I got fed the statement from Neil Sibley, the lawyer.
Of course, I've got to mention Richard's reaction.
So was it a contract thing? I think that's what he's talking about. He's talking about contracts. He sent a contract in just to get things nailed down. Was it a contract thing? Let's see that again. We're doing a forensic examination.
And that's what happened.
In Portugal.
Yeah, like as I said, Umar, I left Portugal because the date got moved. Yeah, I said when the date's official, I'll be coming back, and that's what happened. The date became official. I sent Dillian's team my availability to get back into camp again, and I never heard from him. And there was a couple of little things. That I had to get nailed down. Can't go into detail because of past experiences, but you know, I had to get a few things nailed down before I could come back into camp. And then the next thing, you know, a month later or whenever it was, you know, a couple of days ago, I got fed the statement from Neil Sibley, the lawyer.
Of course, I've got to mention. Just to comment on that.
Richard spoke to me. He spoke to me about a week before. And John Harding Jr. He spoke to me a very, very long while ago. When he spoke to me, I since went back to Portugal when we had a date. You know, obviously it kept getting moved. So I knew where I stood with John. I knew where I stood with Richard. It's just Dillian didn't talk to me. But listen, it is what it is, and I don't want to.
Damn, Dillian did not talk to me. Dillian didn't talk. Dillian didn't talk. Let's get this thing lined up. Okay, the wardrobe malfunction has been resolved. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. We want the full understanding of what went down.
Dylan on the party terms with you. Firstly, normally, etc. Is that?
Yeah, well, we haven't had it's been lack of communication, if anything. You know what I mean? I'm always available to speak. I'm always on the phone, but I haven't spoken to Dillian for a long while. It's just lack of communication, really. And yeah, I sent an email. And the messages and phone calls to when we got the date, when we got the official date for the garden job on the 22nd of August. And I didn't hear from them until I heard from Neil, the lawyer. The lawyer got in touch with me and briefed me on the statement that Dillian was going to put out.
All right, so you haven't coming at all, Mark?
The signs were there, I guess. The signs were there.
The signs were there.
Pandemic.
The signs were there that something was afoot, according to Mark Tibbs.
It didn't help, and the Portugal camp didn't help really. But it is what it is. There's different. Every trainer's got different structures and systems, and to be honest with you, I started getting handed spreadsheets and things like that, and I don't work like that anyway. So you know what I'm saying. But so listen, look, I wish Dillian all the very, very best, and we had a good thing going when it worked. So I had a good journey with him, and I wish him all the best in the rest of his career.
Yeah, looking, but
boom, boom, boom. Okay, David, how's that sounding to you, David? That Oh, by the way, I should introduce Vital NRG. I should introduce him. He's a physiotherapist. Let me get the music back and let me get this thing straight.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what he's on about. I'm like listening and yeah. I'm a bit lost. Yeah, I'm a bit lost with that.
That's no problem. I'm going to
I was hoping you'd break it down for me. Yeah.
I'm going to break it down. I'm going to introduce to the people. Now my wardrobe malfunction with this mic stand is now being resolved, hopefully. Let me get the screen clear. Let's clear this thing up. Boom. Stop sharing and get that out of the way. Hopefully that little device there blocking the screen, hopefully that should save me from any copyright issues. Okay, so where are we? Let's get into the chat, and then I'm going to break down what I heard, break down what I saw. Okay, so where are we? Is Mike Tibbs coming on the show tonight? Mark Tibbs is welcome to come on the show tonight. He's not received an invite, so I'll be very surprised if Mark Tibbs showed up tonight. But hey, Mark, if you're watching, please feel free to come on through. Come on through, Mark. Where's my camera angles all messed up? Okay, yeah, there I am. I'm good. Okay, so well, first of all, let me introduce you to Vital NRG. He's a psych physiotherapist. He's gonna be. I'm looking to get him on the show tonight. He's giving me a sleeve to wear. It's supposed to.
You're a guinea pig.
I'm the guinea pig. He's giving me the sleeve to wear. He's giving me a sleeve to wear. It's supposed to enhance my vital energy, brain energy function, just supposed to make me sharper. I'm going to wear it for 4 days, and then I'm going to report back to him and report back to you. So that's something. That's a future episode for
Yeah.
anybody
I'm
with
going
physical.
to put the link up in the, if that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Put the link up in the chat.
in a bit. My website and the
Yeah.
neurotech. It's all neurotech. And
Yeah.
what you'll there's insoles, socks, and the insoles and the socks are for like physical balance, energy, and stamina. The sleeve I got you. That's for neuro function. So they call
Right.
that cognitive boost technology. So hopefully you'll get sharper. I heard you say you got brain freeze earlier. You know, yeah, you won't be getting brain freeze anymore. No, so as I say, it's neurotech. I'm a physiotherapist. I like trying out new technologies, new things. You know, not just stay with the standard stuff. That's why it's called vital energy. You know, everyone needs energy, and so yeah, and so you kind of. I don't want to be selling nothing that won't work. So hopefully, I'll get some reports back from you about this.
Yeah.
And see how that goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But as I say, it's supposed to brain function. I was listening to a doctor who was doing some MRI stuff, and he reckons 36% brain function, an increase on average will happen. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and that was 6,000, a study of 6,000 people with MRIs.
You're gonna have to say that again, because your mic was crackly. Your mic's crackly.
Is my mic crackly? Yeah, my mic. Yeah, it's not the best equipment.
But it's not that. It's when people come on without headphones. What happens is there's a reverb. There's a reverb, so it interferes with the sound. So the sound isn't optimal. The sound is not optimal. But
let me try it.
Yeah, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to this topic. We're gonna come back to you in a second. We're gonna come back to you in a second. Yeah. Take those earphones out. It's giving a distortion. It's giving a distortion. Take them out. Take them out.
It's going to go back to worse. Come on.
Okay. So we're going to get back to you and your stuff after this topic. Just wanted to introduce you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that's vital energy. Okay, so now, let's get into this now. Let's get into it. It's all good in the hood. Where are we? Okay, so we're talking about this topic. And yeah, so Mark Tibbs has spoken. Mark Tibbs has said that he was sent the notification via lawyer that the training relationship had ceased, was no more. So, you know, sending Shiznick like that via lawyer rather than speaking man to man. Was it that said it's up there? At least a text. Sending a message via lawyer. Yeah, I can see how it's kind of cold. I can see how that could be interpreted as cold. Yeah, for real. Let's get through some more of these comments. Oh yeah, Rocky Ali, the Xavier Miller show was excellent. Doing great work. Thank you, Rocky Ali. And so while we're on that topic, let me just say this. If you've watched the video, then for the algorithm purposes and for analytic purposes, then it's very helpful if you, even though you've been talking in the chat, it's very helpful after a live show if you drop a comment in the permanent comment section, you know, the usual comment section. It helps tremendously with the analytics. A lot of people don't know. That's how I'm asking people when they've watched the live, feel free to drop a comment in the permanent comment section, the usual comment section. It helps tremendously with the analytics. So Rocky Ali, much thanks. I didn't know you'd watched it, but feel free to drop a comment in the permanent comment section of that video. It helps tremendously. Thank you very much. Thank you for attendance. And of course, it goes without saying to smash the like button also. Okay, so Ruben Guerrero in the building. Dillian, the type of guy not to do interviews with someone who'd pick against him or say anything negative, but treats his trainer like this. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be clear. Let's get it clear. Let's be clear about this. Mark Tibbs went over to Portugal. He was in Portugal for a time, and then when he got put back, he left. He's got a young family. He's got a big gym, commitments over here in the UK, so he couldn't be over there in Portugal the whole way through, the whole time. And so Dillian Whyte, after not hearing for a while, he got a message from Dillian Whyte that they would like him in the camp for the last 3 weeks. For the last 3 weeks of the Povetkin camp, Povetkin. And Mark Tibbs declined. And it was after that, or rather just a week ago, because that must have been a good month or so ago. But it was after that, just a few days ago, apparently, less than a week ago, when he got contacted by the solicitor. And yeah, that's how he found out that their training relationship had ceased. Okay. At least the text sending a lawyer is cowed. Dillian too big to pay 10% now. Well, that's the question. Is it just about the money, or is it the fact that Mark Tibbs couldn't be there? Is it due to the fact that the Whyte intends to spend time over in Portugal, more time, warm weather training, less COVID restrictions, less COVID cases, dramatically less COVID cases over in Portugal? You got the warm weather train, although to be fair, we've had the warm weather over here. And is it the case that Dillian was just Dillian, the camp? That was what I surmised. The camp is going just as well without Mark Tibbs. And you look around you and you say, well, I need a guy who's going to be here, who can be here, who doesn't have so many external commitments, that he can be focused 100% on the job. Is that the case? Is that what it is? Is that the situation here? Is that the situation here that we're dealing with now? Dillian tried a sly one by putting reason to Tibbs wanting to be with his kids. Putting the reason. Dillian tried a sly one by suggesting, okay, yeah. That's like, I get what you're trying to say. Well, I think that Tibbs isn't available. Tibbs isn't available for the whole camp. He's available sporadically. I think the fact that Tibbs has got young kids and he's opening a gym, I think it's real. You got young kids. You can't spend months over there in Portugal endlessly if you got young'uns. Whereas I think with Xavier Miller, the situation is different. His kid's like in his teens now. His kid probably can fly out and visit them now. Well, I don't know. What about the COVID restrictions, flying and all that stuff? I don't know about that, but although I've heard that they're opening up the flying a little bit, back and forth, opening up a little bit. I don't know if that's wise. But yeah, I think it's genuine. I think that genuinely Mark Tibbs, well, is it? I mean, I shouldn't say that I think it's genuine. I have to ask the question, is it genuine? Is it genuine that Mark Tibbs has got his hands full over here in England? Is it genuine that Mark Tibbs opening up a gym, got young kids, is just not available to be 100% on the thing? Which trainer would you want? Which trainer would you want? Would you want the trainer who is 100% on the thing, is in camp with you? He's been in camp with you for months, and he's staying in camp, and he's staying till the bitter end. He's staying until the job is done. That seems to be the trainer that Dillian Whyte has plumped for. And moreover, they did offer Mark Tibbs 3 weeks at the end of camp to come and tidy up things, or make sure that everything was, all the dots, all the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed. They did offer him that 3 weeks at the end of camp. Mark Tibbs opted to decline. Mark Tibbs' words were, I don't want to put my name to somebody else's work. I don't want to do it like that. It ain't going to go down like that. So rather than go over Mark for the last 3 weeks, Mark Tibbs opted to decline. So there you have it. That's the situation as it stands. Vital Energy, physiotherapy, wearable neurotech. Go check him out. Vital NRG. Check out the website. Okay, so what are we saying now? Tibbs was saying he was ready 8 weeks out, but can't expect him to hang around Portugal when there wasn't a fight date locked down. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He had to go back. He had to go back because he wasn't, he had work to do. He had work to do, more important work to do over in England, over in the UK. The man's opening up a gym. Why is he lingering around out there in Portugal when he's got a gym to open? And so he came back to oversee the gym. Rather than linger over there in Portugal, he had pressing things to do over here in England, the UK. So yeah, so that's something you have to take care of. UCAD ain't out there. Good vibes. Little cryptic message there from Sub Skrilla. Cryptic message from Sub Skrilla. Okay, what else? Excuse me. Sub Skrilla says, can't say it's genuine when Tibbs wasn't saying he's not available, etc. That came out of Whyte's mouth. Add to that the way he was blanked for months and then contacted by solicitor. Add to that. So what's your key point there? What's your key point there, Sub Skrilla? You've given the circumstantial argument, but what's your key point? Okay. Tibbs seems to suggest that he was willing to go to Portugal once the fight date was locked down. But yeah, fair. If Dillian wants a trainer to be there longer, yeah. If Dillian, I'll finish up the sentence for you. I think if Dillian wants a trainer to be there for the duration, I mean, it boils down to availability, doesn't it? Seems to me that he was happy with Mark Tibbs' training. Seems to me Dillian Whyte was happy with that. But clearly, at some point, with the training camp going well, it also seems to me, without Mark Tibbs, it also seems to me that Dillian Whyte just said, well, you be the head trainer then, because you're here. You're doing the job, talking to Xavier. And anybody who has not checked out my interview with Xavier Miller, where are we today? Monday. Yeah, I did that on Sunday. So anyone who has not checked out the interview with Xavier Miller, go ahead and check that out. And I've actually got some news on Xavier Miller also. Matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let me write this in. Because this kind of made me late for the show. It was breaking news. I got a call and got filled in with the news. So I'll tell you as I say, so you're not lagging. Change your mind. I'll write it down, then let you see it. Now, official breaking news. How am I going to finish that? Official breaking news. Okay, so where are we? It's now official breaking news. Oh, I haven't put it in there. I haven't put it in there yet. Okay, where is it? Boom. Okay, so you're getting the news here. You're getting the news first. First, it is now official. I've got it from an extremely reliable source. It is now official that Xavier Miller is now Dillian Whyte's head trainer. It is now official breaking news right here on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. That is official. That is news coming from a very, very reliable source. Okay, you heard it here. Heard it here first. Where we at? Okay, where we at? Okay, so Subscrilla. My point is, I don't believe Tibbs made himself unavailable, as Whyte suggests. I'm sure when fight dates are locked, I'm sure when a fight date is locked in, Tibbs would be ready for camp. It's just odd the way Whyte handled it. Okay, so yeah, it's a hot topic. It's still hot. Because we have official. Well, I'm giving you the official news. I received the news, and now I'm giving you the official news. I can officially, well, I can say with a great degree of confidence that it is now official. Xavier Miller is Dillian Whyte's head trainer. And like I said before, if you have not checked out the video I did with Xavier Miller, the new head trainer for Dillian Whyte, if you have not checked out, hold on, I just found a baddie. A bad person wrote a bad thing in the chat. Let's take care of this fellow. Without further ado or any form of delay. Well, how do I deal with him? I'm gonna have to go into YouTube. I'm gonna have to deal with him via YouTube. Where are we? There we go. Let's get rid of that the racist fellow. Let's get him out of here. He's gone. Fortunately, the filter worked very well. His comment was withheld, so you didn't have to see his demonic post. OMG. Filter works a treat. Okay, so where we at? So yeah, so there's the question there. I think people, if I'm getting it right, if I'm getting it correctly, people are questioning the way, the methodology of the parting of the ways. The interview was taken down from IFL. I heard of an interview. I went over to IFL to check it out, and he wasn't there. So boom. But I got word just before the show that things were afoot, and I got filled in with the data, with the information, and so bringing it live to you. Okay. My point is, I don't believe Tibbs. Okay, I read that. Frank the French says yes. Frank the French up in the building. I haven't seen you for a few weeks, Frank. Good to see you back up in the area. Subscrilla says Tibbs seemed completely confused by it. With other fighters telling him first. Well, other fighters didn't tell him first. Other fighters told him that they were going elsewhere. They were going elsewhere for their training. So that's my understanding. That's my understanding of the situation. Where are we? What do you think of videos being asked to be taken down? Thought Tibbs was quite controlled and wasn't running his mouth. I think I don't know. Oh, okay. Are you saying that you think Dillian asked for it to be taken down? I don't know. Is that what's being suggested? Because this whole controversy is new to me. I only got wind of it just prior to the show. But seems like some people may have been paying attention to it. I was not. So yeah, I was not. So are you suggesting that Dillian asked him to take it down because it's quite a calm video? Why would he want it taken down? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Why would he? Oh, okay. Well, you think it shows Dillian a little bit in a negative light with the solicitor's letter? You think that's it? Because of the solicitor's letter thing? Maybe. Is there a suggestion that Dillian asked for it to be taken down? Why was it taken down? That's a damn good question. Who asked for it to be taken down? That's a damn good question. I hadn't thought about that aspect. Okay, so you're in tune to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. We're talking about what the hell? Put that up there. What the hell? Okay, so it's now I should not put official. I shouldn't put official because it's kind of unofficial. It's only official when it's made official. Let me reword that. Because it's not really official. All I'm telling you is that I've got a bit of an inside scoop on the situation. It's now. Didn't I just edit that? Did I not just edit that? What the hell am I going crazy over here? Did I not just edit that? Save. Damn, this thing is so damn official just because I forgot to press save. Okay, so breaking news, Xavier Miller is Dillian Whyte's head trainer. Still not satisfied. He's now. Let's tidy that up. Yeah, breaking news, Xavier Miller is now Dillian Whyte's head trainer. Okay, I'm satisfied now. Breaking news, Xavier Miller is now Dillian Whyte's head trainer. That was told to me off air, obviously. And so now I'm saying that with confidence. I'm telling you that with confidence. Why is everybody gone quiet? There's lots of people in the chat. Why is everybody gone quiet? Everybody's just listening. Hey, type something in the chat. Let's communicate. Let me put the link in the chat. Boom. Yeah, get your typing fingers going. What's going on here? Okay, Ruben Guerrero says Whyte legal tactics censor everything like a B sample, like B sample gate. Legal tactics. I think what it is. I think the situation. I'm not speaking for Dillian. But I'm saying what I think it is with the lawyers situation. I think if you go through the lawyers, if you do things through the lawyers, then everything is written, everything is noted. There's no hearsay, there's no he said, she said, because everything is written down. So I think the frame of mind that Dillian is now in is that, hey, communicate through the solicitors, through the lawyers. Anything important, communicate through the solicitors, through the lawyers. He wants everything to be noted down officially. He wants everything to be done official. So no guy can't come back and say, yeah, what about a time when you called me and you said that, you wanted me to come out on the no. And Dillian Whyte's just going to say, no, I didn't call you. There is no evidence of me calling you. It's too risky. So I did it through my legal team. I let my legal team call you. As a matter of fact, even that's too risky. So I didn't even have them call you. I had them send you a letter and maybe a courtesy call after that. Or maybe you call them, but somebody called somebody. But first, there was the email There was the letter, probably recorded delivery, whatever. Probably had to sign for it to make sure that he actually had it. And that kind of shiznix. So, yeah. There's one. Because I'm resting one shoulder there and one shoulder there. It looks kind of funny on the screen. It looks like I got one shoulder up and one shoulder down. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. So I think that's why Dillian. I think that's why Dillian kind of went so legalistic, legalese. Could he have used the human touch? Would the human touch be more helpful? You know, a phone call, a text, maybe a text. Text, phone calls too dodgy because you can't record what was said, or maybe you can, but you know, you have the other person, you know, or you agree. Hey, I'm calling you, or I'm recording this call. Is that okay with you? You know, maybe a bit dodgy. Text, I don't know. But with the personal touch. With the personal touch, would that have been more beneficial? Would that be nicer? And then, of course, there's a period of time where there was no communication. There's no communication going back and forth. And you could say, well, that's Dillian's fault. But is it not also Mark's responsibility? Mark Tibbs. Is it not his responsibility to be checking up on his fighter like once a week? You know, we got to flip it around. We got to look at it from both sides. Every coin has two sides, does it not? Are we not going to look on the other side? Are we not going to look on the other side and say, hold on a second. Why was Mark not calling and checking in once a week? Why was Mark Tibbs not saying, you know, having a designated day when they talk about things? I've heard the comment that there was radio silence for months. Well, whose fault is that? Whose fault is it if there's radio silence? Does the trainer not have a responsibility to keep in contact with his charge, with his pupil? You know, that's a big question. Legal tactics censor everything like the B sample gate dame. So you're suggesting you think it's Dillian Whyte who got the video sent a call into Coogie Bear. You're suggesting you think Dillian Whyte sent a call into Coogie Bear and got it taken down? You think so? I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just saying you think so. It looks like you think so. That's an interesting concept. I knew this on Sunday. You knew this on Sunday. Why? Was you watching my video with Xavier Miller on Sunday? Was you watching my video with Xavier Miller on Sunday? And as a matter of fact, you didn't know it on Sunday. You only thought you knew it on Sunday. Because I don't know if you want me to play the clip with Xavier saying nobody's come to him. Nobody's come to him and told him that he's head trainer. You want me to play the clip? You want me to pull that up? I can pull that up. We did the interview on Sunday with Xavier Miller. Go and check in my videos. It's a couple of videos back. I've done about 2 or 3 videos since then. Probably 2 or 3 videos since then. So it's about 3 videos back, maybe 4 videos back. Xavier Miller was live right here on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, 1 hour, 40-minute interview. Went through everything. And so he was not. No one had approached him by then. Was it Monday now? Nobody had approached him till, it seems, today, according to my source. And said, yeah. So the conversation only happened today. So what you thought you knew on Sunday, you didn't actually know on Sunday. And if you look at the title of my piece, it never actually said he was the head trainer. He just said he was trainer. If you look at the title of the title of the piece now, it's been amended to he is now head trainer. But that only happened today. So on Sunday, you were misinformed, my dear fellow. You were misinformed, but watch the video, hit the like button, and leave a comment when you watch it. But don't go anywhere right now. Stay around. Stick around. 1977, Dwight says, why don't you team up with Mike? I've spoken to Mike. Yeah, me and Mike are good. I've already been over there once, at least once, maybe twice. I check in over there, I pop in over there, say what's up. And Mike is more than welcome to pop over here. No problem at all. No problem whatsoever. Okay. Wouldn't be surprised if Dillian took video down. Seconds out video was taken down as well. What, the second out video was taken down? What the hell? What was the second out video about? And who was the seconds out video with? Who was being interviewed in the seconds out video? Mark Tibbs? Again? Damn. Why are people not telling me this shiznix? Yo, people, feel free to pass me this information. I was totally oblivious to the second. What was the seconds out video? I did watch the seconds out video. Which seconds out video are you talking about? Ruben Guerrero, Vital NRG. Was there what was their relationship like before this? As far as we knew, the relationship was good. It was a good working relationship. That was how it appeared. Dillian Whyte himself, I think, has said that, acknowledged that Mark Tibbs was good. It was good for him. Xavier Miller, the new trainer, has said that Mark Tibbs did good work. So I don't think anybody's questioning the quality of the work. As far as I know, I haven't heard that. So yeah, there was the relationship. Well, obviously we don't know what the relationship was like, but from the outward appearances, it seemed cool and the gang. Where we at? Okay, so you are in tune to Raphael Dawkins, the Combat Radio. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And for sure, don't be afraid to hit that share button. And if you want to go one step further, don't be afraid to hit that super chat button. It's right there. Don't be afraid to hit the super chat button if you want to hear this sound. Damn. Seems like all the coins are locked up together. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Absolutement. Okay. Don't want any more. I don't want any more wardrobe malfunctions. So I'm just making sure this thing is locked on properly. Locked on tight. Where are we in the chat? I don't see anyone else having a problem with the Tibbs video than Dillian. No one else having a problem with that. That's interesting. That's damn interesting. So we have to ask the question, was it Dillian who had that video taken down? Was it Dilly? I'm not saying it is, but other people are. Was it Dillian? Was it Dillian? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So was it him? Was it him? Seconds out was a Tibbs. Hold on. So 2 Mark Tibbs videos have come down. That's quite bizarre. So 2 Mike Tibbs videos have been taken down. Wow. What the hell is going on? So people are extrapolating. People are thinking that because... Hold on a second. Let me just do this. People are saying because Boom. Because the videos have come down that, they believe it to be Dillian's work. This is interesting. This is interesting. It's fascinating. It's fascinating stuff. Movements, Raf. Have you heard any news on Tyron Booth's movements? Why? What the hell's happening with Tyron Booth? What the hell's happening with Tyron Booth? Is he a fugitive? I had a little chat with him. What was it? What night was the UFC fight on? It was Saturday night, Sunday morning. Okay, Saturday night, Sunday morning. I had a little chat with him, with Tyron Booth. Well, no. When I say chat, I don't mean verbal chat. It was messaging. Not chat, messaging. Correction. He wasn't on the run then. I don't think he was on the run. What's going on? Don't tell me Tyron Booth is on the run. What's going on? What's going on with Tyron? Seconds Out replied to someone saying it was for legal reasons. I should speak up. I should speak up sometimes. Because I was about to come to that. It could be that Mark Tibbs breached. This is just speculation on my part, people. Please don't think I'm saying this particular thing that I'm about to say. Please don't think that I'm saying this particular thing that I'm about to say as fact. Don't think that. Do not think that. So what I'm about to say is speculation on my part. Okay, what I'm about to say is, I was about to say that, hold on, let me change that thing there. Okay, that's better. Okay, what I was about to say is that Mark Tibbs, in my opinion, I repeat, speculation, Mark Tibbs may have broken a confidentiality clause in the contract by speaking of in-camp things or speaking of his employment arrangement with Dillian Whyte. So I repeat, I'm speculating, and my speculation is that the videos were taken down potentially as a result of Mark Tibbs breaching stipulations in his employment contract with Dillian Whyte. I repeat, that is speculation on my part. So, there are a few more comments, a few new comments in here. Get your comments in. You're in tune to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio Boxing Talk with Rafi 150. 150 deep into this thing, into the Boxing Talk with Rafis. Of course, there are other lives which don't count. I keep on saying I'm going to add them up. I think if I add them up, it's probably going to come to at least 100. So we're probably at 100. We're probably at 250 live shows deep. But I have to confirm that. I'll have to make a little mental note of that so I can go check it out after the show. Count them up. Count up how many lives there are altogether. It's pretty easy to do. 30 lives per page. Just count the pages and times them by 30. Shouldn't be too hard. I've got a calculator. Okay, I think I just read that. Did I just read that? Whyte's lawyers allegedly threatened the media over it. That's interesting. I haven't read that. I read the previous one. Seconds Out replied to someone saying it was for legal reasons that he got tucked down. Damn. Whyte's lawyers allegedly threatened the media over it. That's interesting. The B sample, over the B sample. Yeah, well, the B sample, I'm aware of that. Because there was some dodgy reporting on that, so I understand that. And of course, he got found not guilty. And you do have a guy who works for the WBC as well as the UCAD, UK anti-doping, and in comes the man like EJ Boxing. EJ Boxing, how are you today?
EJ Boxing live here. EJ Boxing live. What's getting on, peoples? What's going on, Rafi and the panel? What's happening, bro?
Yeah, man. There's breaking news. Which I think you're aware of.
Is it? What's the breaking news, Rafi? I might have missed it. Go on.
You might not be aware of it. So I can't be too presumptuous. I can't presume somebody knows something. They may know it and they may not know it. So let me break it down. Apparently, the Mark Tibbs.
Rafi, I'm on a call right now. Let me call you back. Yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah, no problem. I heard that phone ringing in the background. That's no problem. So that was shady stuff. You got somebody who works for the WBC and somebody who works for UCAD. Would it have been so hard for somebody on the WBC side, somebody to get it? I don't know. I don't want to speculate. On that, but it does. The mind does wonder. The mind does ask questions. You're in tune to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio Boxing Talk with Rafi 150. And this is a special change at the last minute. I had a bunch of different topics lined up, and then this news fell in my lap by a confidential source, and now we're in the rabbit hole. It's a last minute thing. Damn, but I think we compiled the information very, very well. Okay, so Frank the French says, just haven't heard anything for a while, mate. Has he got any plans on coming back? Who are we talking about? That's Frank the French. Oh, Time Booth. Okay. Oh, I get you. Yeah. Okay. So, the situation with Time Booth is he's gone. I think he's still got the YouTube channel. He came back to YouTube and he's gone the Patreon route. So his YouTube channel is there, but I think you got to pay something like £2, £1.50 to £2 per month to subscribe to him via Patreon, and then you get to see his videos. But I mean, £1.50 to £2 a month, that's nothing. Well, it's something, obviously, but it's relatively cheap for his content. What's that? If he puts out one video a week, that's what? That's like 50p? Yeah, one video a week, that's 50p a week. You have to pay to subscribe to him. I think it's a damn good deal. And don't forget, don't be afraid, folks, to put a little tip in the gyro if you want to hear this sound. If you want to hear that sound, don't be afraid to put a little tip in the gyro, put a little whiskey in the gyro by hitting that super chat button. It's free of charge. It's free to hit it. It only costs you what you send. Even £1 is always welcome. Okay. Got to keep this thing running and flowing. Okay. So yeah, he's back. He's been back for a couple of months now on the Patreon tip. So I think you're wise to go to Instagram, kind of follow him on Instagram, and then, sign up somehow, some way. Okay. That is time. James Jameson is up in the building. James Jameson, I'm surprised I didn't see you yesterday in the Xavier Miller interview. Don't forget to go check out the Xavier Miller interview, anyone who has not done so already. It's been critically very well received. So I think that's the interview to listen to. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You watch it and share it. Watch and share. If you would be so kind. That's going out to everybody. Okay, so Ruben Guerrero, If that was the case, would Tibbs then re-upload? Or maybe he doesn't know of the confidentiality clause. Would Tibbs then re-upload? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Tibbs is re-uploaded. If that's the case, it's very peculiar. It's very strange. It's very, very strange. The video gets taken down in one place and then it gets re-uploaded in another place. What's going on?
Yes, Rafi. Sorry about that.
No, man, that's cool. That's cool. Come on in, man. Come on in.
All right. So Mark Tibbs, you was the saying.
Yeah.
What are you saying about Mark Tibbs?
Oh, Mark Tibbs. Okay, so Mark Tibbs has done a couple of interviews, and both of those interviews, apparently, they've come down. They've been taken down. There's speculation that it's come from Dillian Whyte. There's speculation that Dillian Whyte's legal people have taken them down. That's speculation from certain people who think, hey, that might be what happened. For me, I don't know. I don't know that. I have not received any information suggesting that. So I can't say yay or nay to that. All I can say is that I don't know. And if I were to speculate, if it did have something from, if it was a legal move from the Whyte side, then I would imagine that it would be on the basis of some confidentiality, some breach of confidentiality clause. The breach of a confidentiality clause. That's the only way I could see it coming from the Dillian Whyte side. Really shooting in the dark on this one because I don't know.
So you said a couple of interviews. So the one from IFL got took down. Which is the other one got took down? Seconds Out,
which I didn't know.
Oh, you done an interview on Seconds Out as well?
I didn't know that. Apparently,
I didn't see that one.
No, you're not going to see it either because it's taken down and it's stayed down.
But the one from IFL is up on Mark Tibbs' channel though. The same one. The same one. So the same interview in the IFL with Umar. That's the one. But that was the one. That was the prevalent one that he leaked all. That's still up, and that's on his channel. And he's saying all the information about it. So it comes across like, well, he didn't know what was going. He hadn't talked to Dillian for a while, and then until the lawyer came in. So it looks really bad. And obviously, you talked to Xavier, and at the time Xavier didn't know, or did he know? I'm not too sure. All we can go by, what the man said. The man
that's what I go by. He said he didn't know.
I'm not going to question. So he said he wasn't a coach, but obviously I got confirmation. I mean, I'm giving you confirmation, and everyone else officially, he's the head coach. I found out now he's officially the head coach.
Wow.
So at some point they're gonna officially say that. So. And that's for everyone now. That's breaking news right now. I don't know if you broke it already.
Breaking news. That's breaking news, folks. We broke it, but we're re-breaking it. We're re-breaking it.
Re-breaking it.
We're going for the re-break. Yeah, tell them again, EJ. Tell them again.
It's shattered. It's shattered up. Xavier Miller is now Dillian Whyte's official head coach. I think at this point, you couldn't, even if you ask for anyone else to come in, it's like a coach. And this is what Mark Tibbs said, which is prevalent to me. He said that they wanted me to come in with 3 weeks left of the camp, and goes, I can't really do that because I like to put my foothold on the thing, stamp my mark, and really it's not my body of work. And, if anything goes wrong, I'm going to get blamed, which is 100% true. And even if Dillian was reaching out to this person, that person, the Corona thing for them to find it in Portugal is probably hard. So Xavier Miller is the man of the hour too sweet to be sour. He's there, and the Rafi has got the direct link to anything's going on. Raphael Dawkins still waiting for his question about Sonny Liston and the jab. So Rafi is moved his chess moves right in place for you guys here on Combat Radio. Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio, to find it, the scoop. And he's already admitted that he'll come over and give that scoop to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. So you're in the place to be right now, people.
Yes. Can't disagree with anything EJ has just said. You definitely, should know you're in the place to be. Don't forget to share the shizzle. Share my shizzle. Share that around. Scatter that around. Fertilize the earth. Share my shizzle and fertilize the earth.
Well, I'll tell you this. Xavier Miller, really enjoyed your interview. You thoroughly was 100% professional. And you hit all the points that a lot of other interviews, so-called big channels, let's get this right, big channels didn't ask him, that he enjoyed and he looks forward to actually conversing with you again. Raph, you made a great impression, Raphael Dawkins, and on him, and I'm sure that when he gets things sorted, He'll be
Yeah.
lucky. He'll be really interested to come to the so-called small channel. You call yourself a small channel. There's no such thing as, in my opinion, big or small by numbers of subscribers, but content. You're just as big as all the other guys. Is that most of the other guys there? They soak up all the actual news. But you're on your channel for your people. You gave him the best interview, the better interview. Your interview was better than Seconds Out. It was more thorough. It was more clinical, and you hit all the points, and you really got to find out about the man who's going to be training Dillian Whyte. I mean, you explained about the Philly shell, and you unraveled that, and all kinds of things. That is what, like, a must watch interview. If you haven't watched it already, make sure you check it out on archives on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, and check out that interview with Xavier Miller and Raphael Dawkins.
Yes, 100%. I mean, yeah, he enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it too. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it too. It's thoroughly enjoyable, and like you say, I mean, I wanted to touch on all the points. I don't like to watch. I really don't like to. I kind of watch one of them, the one he did. I kind of like watch the one he did. I don't know if I watched it from the beginning to the end, but I was interested in the story, so I watched it. But fortunately, I didn't remember too much about it. I just remember it was a good interview. But fortunately, I didn't remember too much about it, so I was able to just come afresh without being influenced. That's why sometimes I stay away from a lot of stuff, because I don't want to be overly influenced, because that can color what you do. So I was careful not to do too much research. People say, do your research. No, I do the framework, so I know the framework. But after that, I want the person to tell me. That's my approach. Have the person tell me, because if I want to understand and I ask questions which help me to understand, then the listener will also benefit from that. So that's just my approach. Have the person on, do your framework, so know the framework. But other than that, let them write their own story. I am merely the facilitator. So it's a very enjoyable interview, and I'm very happy with it. I'm very proud with it. So like I said before, people, spread my shizzle far and wide. let us fertilize the earth with Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio shizzle. It's a good thing.
Let me ask you. So, see, with what's your impression of Mark Tibbs saying that, and obviously Dillian coming back and saying that we broke amicably? It seems that they didn't broke amicably for Mark Tibbs. It's hard to say that Mark, someone who's saying true, who's saying untrue, but all we do know is Mr. Miller is the head coach. On that foundation, how you think that foundation? Because a lot of people are reading the comment section and they're not too pleased with Dillian, but some people are defending him. What's your take on the whole situation, and how do you think that'll impact going into the fight, or not at all?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. My position on it is that Dillian is a smart guy. I don't know Dillian, never spoken to him yet. I hope to do so in the future. But my impression, I can only speak of my impression. And my impression is that he's got his eye on the ball. He's managing fighters. We know that. You know that. He's managing fighters. So he's very sharp, very keen, and has a stern eye on the ball. I'm just talking about my impression here. I believe he has a very stern eye on the ball. I also believe, the impression I get, I think I'm a fairly good judge of character. I also believe that he's very ambitious and very hungry for success. And so I don't believe that Dillian Whyte is likely to do anything that is going to impinge his chances of success. And so this move with the trainer situation, I think, and I repeat, this is my speculation. This is purely my speculation at this point. And I think that Dillian Whyte probably looked at the training camp, looked how it was going, and said, well, boy, Mark's busy doing his thing, but the thing is going really well over here. The thing is going as well as normally. Mark was saying they were sending him spreadsheets, so that gives me, and he said that wasn't his thing. That wasn't his thing. Now, when he's talking about spreadsheets, we don't know for sure. Thank you, Frank the French. That's what I like. I like just a little bit of encouragement. Just a little bit of encouragement. It's like I'm a busker out here. So, you want to hear the tin rattle every now and then. And it doesn't even have to be much. But when you're busking, And that's what effectively we're doing over here. We're busking over here. And when you're busking, you want to hear the tin rattle. You don't have to be much, but just merely the principle. The principle of the thing makes you feel good. When you're busking, you want to hear this sound. And that's the tin rattling. And Frank the French made the tin rattle. And that is much appreciated. The sum don't matter to me. The sum don't matter. It could be just a pound. But like I said, we're busking over here. And when you're busking, you want to hear that tin rattle. Just that principle. Just that principle. So much appreciation to Frank the French making the chat colorful. I appreciate it very much. Okay. And so back to the Mark Tibbs thing. Yeah, I don't think Dillian Whyte is going to do anything that's going to be detrimental to his overall goal, which is success, and which is getting to that championship fight and getting his hands on one of those champions, be it Deontay Wilder or be it Tyson Fury. I believe Dillian Whyte wants to come back with a strap. I believe Dillian Whyte wants to come back with a strap, bring another strap back to the UK. Well, that strap's already in the UK, but he wants it for himself. It's understandable. That's what he's in the game for. And so for anyone to tell me that Dillian Whyte would do something that would be detrimental to his overall objective and goal, stated goal and objective, no, I find that very difficult to believe. So if he has replaced Mark Tibbs, and bear in mind, remember that the offer was sent out to Mark Tibbs to come over for the last 3 weeks of camp. And Mark Tibbs said, what, last 3 weeks? No, I'm not down with that. I'm not down on, whatever. No, I'm not down with that. And so I think, so the question there is, well, why 3 weeks? Why 3 weeks? Why did Dillian Whyte offer Mark Tibbs to come over for 3 weeks? Well, just to make sure, just to cast his eye over the thing. I think that's all it could be, because you're not going to change anything in 3 weeks. So it's just casting an eye over the thing, just having the old head trainer.
He was going to get paid, but he was going to get paid the money, but it wasn't money. It was, I think his dad influenced him and said, well, don't do that. It's not a good idea. Come here, Dad, Jimmy Tibbs, has been around Britain boxing for a while, and he obviously listens to Mark, Mark, because the Tibbs are in the corner. He listens to his dad, and I think his dad advised him, don't do that. It's not a good look. Anything goes wrong, it's going to happen, which it will. No, I'm not saying it will go wrong. Anything it does lend on the coach. It does. And there's no excuses. And you don't want to put yourself right now. They haven't put a foot wrong with Dillian and got him to this point. So, if the ship goes down, he don't want to be a part of it. So it's true. It's true.
But you say they haven't put a foot wrong, but Dillian's coming overweight on a couple of occasions, more than one occasion. So
he's one of the fights, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is it that nothing went wrong, or is it that things held together but could have been further? Things could have been better. Isn't it possible things could have been better?
He had a great fight. There's some great fights, man. There's some great fights. And when we're about the weight and on them, they are heavyweights. There is an optimum weight, but he goes to 12 rounds where he knocks people out, and he's been in some classics. So as far as that, Mark Tibbs has been undefeated.
Yeah.
That's all we know. That's all we know. He's been undefeated. Could he have been in better shape? Yeah, but did he perform? He did. So,
but would he not have performed? Would he not have performed if he was in better shape, though? It's my question.
All we know is he won the fights. He won every single of them fights, and he got a couple of knockout. Derek Zora knocked down Parker. He knocked him down. What's his name again? Lucas Brown knocked him out.
Yeah,
it's hard to say.
Yeah,
when you're doing that, isn't it? He's doing the job.
But when you're at the highest level, let me put this to you, EJ. If you're a Formula One, do you watch Formula One?
No, I haven't watched it for a while, but I'll listen.
Okay, I don't watch it anymore, but I used to. But you still know the concept. Okay, so if you're a Formula One team owner and you won last year, as soon as you finish that last race of the last year, you're on to developing the new car. You're not saying, oh yeah, we won, great stuff, everybody, 6 weeks holidays, and then see you. No. You're saying, where did we go wrong? Even if you win, I put it to you, EJ, that even if you win, you still have to cast a critical eye on that victory and look for improvements.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
And
You're right.
and if it's the case that Dillian Whyte in some of those fights was not optimal, I'm not saying you blame the trainer for that. There's multiple areas where the blame may lie, but we clearly saw that there is room for improvement.
Is Ab the man? Is Xavier Miller the man? We will find out. All I know is this: a lot of times it comes down to that. You're right, the training camp and the fighter. But what we do know is Dillian that type. I mean, even with Jonathan Banks, he struggled with Jonathan Banks when it gets the AJ fight. You know, even in that fight, Dillian's a wild card, man. He's a wild guy, man. Even if you think you've hurt and you think you could roll up, even AJ in that first fight where he wasn't, you said he was injured, he still hit AJ and hurt AJ. And then even from then onwards, yeah, you saying about the weight and stuff like that, he's beating whoever's in front. Dillian, I don't think, if you're talking about Dillian's like, it's going to be like a David Haye type of thing where it's all about conditioning, looking a certain way, then maybe he's not that guy. But what he does do is natural talent alone, yeah, has got him to this point. And Mark Tibbs, wherever or however he wants to do it, has got him to, has been with him, Mark Tibbs, and they've had a pretty fruitful relationship. It's ended in it's not overly sour, but it's kind of sourly because the things that have gone on. Now you've talked to my Xavier Miller, I've talked to him as well, and now it's up to him to go to the next level. Is Miller the guy to take him to the next level? We will find out. Is Miller gonna get him in better shape? We will find out. Granted that you say he wasn't in the best of shape, but he's won all the fights. And people not worried about. I mean, when I watched the fight with Dillian versus Derek Zora, yeah, it could have been in better shape, absolutely. But boy, I wasn't looking at. I was looking at the hands throwing, man. It was throwing hands. And the Parker fight, but took Parker down. AJ never knocked him down. Dillian knocked him down. Then Dillian got knocked down in the last round. Can he hold on? Dillian holding on. In epic, some real drama in some of his fights. Then you got the Rivas fight going on and all the background with that. Dillian is nothing but entertainment, value for money. People want to know what he's up to, want to know what he's doing. Now Mark Tibbs is not a part of that journey no more. Xavier Miller is he going to get him in better shape? Because now that's gone now, right? So Xavier, is he going to get him in better shape? Is he going to make Dillian perform better? All these questions will be answered and more coming to you soon in 3 weeks. You're in prime position, right? Yeah. We have Mr. Raphael Dawkins and the Combat Radio people subscribers to get that information live and direct in front of you. So in my opinion, Mark Tibbs has done his thing. And if I look at the journey from after leaving Jonathan Banks and after being with AJ, he got a new coach. He signed with Matchroom. And he's been on a ride, and he's been an up ride hill, #1 contender for the WBC, blame for drugs, got over that stuff. Now he's not with a trainer, just nothing but entertainment. So we find out. But I must say, that if you look at the man's career, some of them fights, some people's career is boring. That Dillian's not boring; it's still going on. So we're gonna have to. This is another part of his journey. A lot of people probably expecting Xavier Miller to fail because they don't know him or because they don't know him. But there's loads of coaches that people don't know, but they have experience and thing. And Dillian seems to be happy with him, and that he's got rid of Mark Tibbs. So, Mark Tibbs and Jimmy Tibbs, they bring a lot of experience and wealth. But if Zab can bridge the gap and make Dillian look like a better fighter against one of Dillian, this is mark this down. This is Dillian's hardest opponent since he fought AJ. And Xavier Miller makes Dillian make it look easy. Shit, boy, ain't no one saying all the doubters are silence. Everything's silence, and he's in good shape. So, another thing as well about the spreadsheets, I must say, the spreadsheet Mark Tibbs was talking about, he got that from Ruben Alvarez. Is it Alvarez? Where's the Ruben Alvarez? Whatever. He worked with David Haye. He's the light skin guy with a camera roll. He also worked with Amir Khan. He does all them. He does all them printouts and spreadsheets. So what's on the spreadsheets? What's on the spreadsheets about what? A spreadsheet is progress level, of each week. That's what he gave him. And Mark Tibbs is an old school trainer. He's like, okay, I'll give you an old school trainer. Old school trainer is basically wash your weight in the morning. After training, wash your weight, and I write into a diary. In the modern day trainer, they have all it computerized. You see what I'm saying? So they got the weight in the morning. So he said he done this many press up, this many sit ups. So it's all spread, and it's got this graph. So you got these bar charts of it going up and down. So Mark looked at it, so well, I understand that. He don't want to understand that. He's doing the old graph of the, just getting your little notebook, writing down the weights. Yeah, but it's all the same, really. It's all the same, right? But the spreadsheet is just the progress level for show what he was doing. So what he was going to use with the graph, he could see what Dillian's been doing and see where he's at now. That's where it is more modern. But Mark Tibbs is not on that. She's like, what the fuck is this? That comes on Ruben Olivares. He did that with Amir Khan. He's the strength and conditioner. So I'm looking in the corner, right? So you have Xavier Miller, Ruben Olivares, right?
Yeah.
And then in the old corner, you had Mark Tibbs and Jimmy Tibbs. Now, that's some golfing experience, but can they bridge the gap? We're gonna have to find out. I don't know who the third man is gonna be in the corner, but we do know there's gonna be them two. I don't know who the third man. We talked to Xavier. I'm gonna need to find out who the third man is, but I know it's them two. Ruben, he the conditioner, strength and conditioner coach. It seems like he's gonna be in the corner as well. It's not very well. We see. I think Zab will be fine, man. He'll be fine. So we find out.
Yes. We're gonna find out. We're gonna have to find out. We don't know what's going down, but we do know that Dillian Whyte is comfortable with Xavier, and so that must count for something. It's not Dillian Whyte's not a one-man team. He's got a bunch of people in his team. He's bringing professionals in his team, left, right, and center.
Sorry, Ruben Tavares. There you go. Thank you, Nigel Dennis.
Ruben Tavares.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah,
bringing professional people in his team. And so the writing's on the wall. They asked Timmy Tibbs to come out for the last 3 weeks. Jimmy, his name's not Jimmy. It's Mark Tibbs. They asked Mark Tibbs to come in for the last 3 weeks. Mark Tibbs said no. But clearly, Dillian Whyte must be comfortable. With the arrangement. And what's this here? James Jameson said, is Miller strong enough character to tell Whyte to work behind the jab for the first 6? Or is he just holding the No, James Jameson, I suggest you go directly after this. I suggest you go to the interview which I conducted with Xavier Miller on Sunday, yesterday. I suggest you go through there. We go comprehensively from A through to Z, and you be the judge. You be the judge for yourself. You see for yourself what kind of what you think, what kind of character he is. I think me personally, having spoken to him, I think he's a no-nonsense guy. I think Dillian's a no-nonsense guy. So it's two no-nonsense guys working together. The outcome could not be nonsense. That is what I'm saying to you. Two people with their eye on the ball, eye on the game, focused out there in Portugal, working on that daily, working on the daily grind, daily. Certainly not just a pad man. But I seriously and strongly suggest you go and check out the video, the interview I did with Xavier yesterday, because we go through it all, mate. We go through it all.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, they're really good. Like, you sat down with him, and as he said, he's busy now. He's not doing no interviews no more. He's shutting that all down. There's been like I said, a lot of criticism towards Dillian and the Mark Tibbs situation. So we will find out, and we'll find out how things are. But I think they're just gonna keep their heads down, get their fight, win, and then after they answer it. But I think at some point that he's gonna officially announce that Xavier Miller will be the head coach. So look forward to that news. I found out this morning, and I thought I hit Rafi up straight away to let him know the news. So we'll wait officially for Dillian to make that formally announcement at some point. But as it is, we've got weeks out, and I think they probably make that decision when it comes to the press conference before time.
James Jameson, yes. James Jameson said old school works. It's that simple. No need to overcomplicate it. EJ Boxing. What's your response to that?
100%, man. Old school work, but new school. Is it really new school? It's just technology. It's basically the same thing. Progress levels But you see, eye to eye, you can see what you're doing. When you type it down the computer, I guess it's something as factual, because the next day, if you look at the progress level, you can see drops and going up. But what old school people do, we look at the weight. We can clearly see how much weight you lost and weight you gained by what you've been doing. So obviously both do work. Old school is old school, and it's been. I tell you what, it's undefeated. I can say it's undefeated. It's worked for years. So why break it? Why change it? Is Ruben Tavares adding to it, making it more complicated, or maybe he feels like, I'm going to make it more technical. Looking at a bar chart up and down and flows and stuff like that. Because you got people where they have them wrists on their wrists and it has their heartbeat and all that stuff they have there. You see people running around with their mobile phones in their hands, stuff like that. It's crazy to me. It's crazy when I see people jogging. So, in my opinion, both work. It depends whichever you feel. But Ruben's brought that to Dillian's camp. Dillian seems like he's happy with it. I still like what Mark Tibbs, the old school kind of way about it to me, because it's not easy, but it just works. It does, it does. So it depends what works for you,
It depends what works for you. And Dixon Sider is back from last week. Dixon Sider is the guy that I let on, and we had a little chit chat. Says, yo, Raf, you want to debate? You've been talking loads of smack about the LDBC. I think we had that debate, and I think we had that discussion, and you were soundly thrashed, Mr. Dixon Sider, soundly thrashed. For anybody who has not checked that video out, go back into my video library. I think it was maybe about 7 days ago. It was only 7 days ago. So go back and check that out. I think I still got the thumbnail. Look for the video with this thumbnail. There we go. Let me just take down the writing so there's no association there. There we go. That's the thumbnail you want to look for if you want to see Dixon Sider's the spanking of Dixon Siders.
Is that the beast? Is that the beast?
The beast, that's the beast. Dixon Siders is the beast. He's the beast.
Why you call him the beast? That's actually credit, actually giving the guy respect when you call a guy a beast.
Well, yeah, well, look at those. Look at the handsome devil. Look how much of a handsome devil. He's beastly handsome. He's beastly handsome.
I remember listening to you. It wasn't much of a conversation, was it? The backwards and forwards. It was a he was saying he was American, then he was English. I don't know. Messed up, bro. He craziness though. I don't know how you found that guy. You gave that guy a platform, bro. I was like, yo, who's that guy? that guy's famous now. He wants more attention now. So
he wants more attention, but he can't get it from the Rafi. He can't get it from the Rafi. Dixon Sider, where are you? Go to the naughty step. Let me send him to the naughty step. Let me send Dixon Sider to the naughty step. There you are, young man. Go and perch yourself on the naughty step, you naughty fella. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think really and truly, I think we've chopped it up. I'm going to get through these last statements. I think we've chopped it up, EJ. I want you to stick around just for a few minutes because I want to touch on something for a few more minutes after I finish these statements. It's Bob Arum's statements about Big Belly Jarrell Miller. So I'll just stick around for a couple of minutes. Let me get this done. And where are we? Where's the last place I was? What's going on there? Okay, so the phone is about to die, but I've got a second phone. There's two of them. I've got two of them. And this one still has 89%, so we're still good for the uplighting. By the way, I want Miller to succeed, but I don't know. Oh, you're talking about Xavier. Yeah, absolutely. Go and check out that video. I strongly recommend. Oh, what am I showing that for? It's still there. Damn it. Yeah, I'll watch the video after this. 100% James Jameson. I think you're going to like it. And like I said to everybody else, when you watch these live shows, one of the markers the algorithm picks up is how many is people commenting in the permanent section. So I appreciate everybody's commenting in this section, but I would also appreciate if you guys, I know not everybody's going to do it, but at least some of you can drop a comment pertaining to the show in the standard comment section that shows up in the algorithms, and thereby helps when people post in that permanent comment section after a live show. Some of you may also be aware, some of you not be aware, that YouTube now, I think when I was talking about the social stuff, social commentary, the upheavals that were going on, when we were having those discussions, of which we will have more. It's just that the RAF is busy right now, even though it's the COVID era. We will have more. I think YouTube didn't like it. I don't think YouTube liked me talking about that stuff. I don't think YouTube likes the fact that this is an audio visual experience. And so now, instead of my lives taking like 1 or 2 hours to be fully visible and fully processed, YouTube are withholding them for 12 hours. So what the Rafi has had to do, you have to work with these things. What the Rafi, even though I keep on sending them feedback and asking them what's going on, they're not responding, but it's okay. I'm keeping a dossier. I'm keeping notes on every email I send to them, every feedback I send to them. I'm keeping a dossier of that in my, I'm keeping a dossier of that. So I will have a full file and a full folder if they continue to try to keep the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio down. I'll have a full dossier. So in the meantime, what I'm doing with some of the lives, I'll probably do it with this one as well, is I'll make a copy of this for people who didn't get to see it live. And instead of having to wait for 12 hours to see it live, or the general population who didn't get a notification having to wait for 12 hours to see it live, no, they won't have to wait for 12 hours, because about 1 hour after this goes out, I look at the algorithms and I say, okay, about 1 hour after this goes out, boom, the relay series, the replay series. I've started the replay series. So for a lot of the lives, not all of the lives, but a lot of the lives, you will see the replay video, which is a copy of the original, which goes out about an hour after the original. So there's a smooth transition from people watching this to people who want to watch it but can't because they can't see it. Well, they have the copy. They have the copy right there in front of them. So when they come over to Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio and they look at videos, they don't see an invisible video that they won't see for the next 12 hours. They will see a copy of that video. And that keeps things running smooth. That keeps the people fed. I hope YouTube knock it off and stop trying to hide my shiznicks. But we will fight back, and we will persevere. And eventually we shall win. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that's just a little bit of public information film. I want to get to the bottom of these comments, and then I want to chop up the Jarrell, the Bob Arum versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller situation. So let me just fly through these chats. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time and an informative time. Okay, find that I find that caps lock key, and maybe someone will answer you. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Oh, you're talking about Dixon Cider. I get you. Okay, so what's going on here? EJ, have you been down to watch the Sunday smoke sessions Dillian was running? Will there be any more? That was for you, EJ. That was from Nigel Dennis. I don't know. EJ will be back in a second. Oh, he's answered you already. Some of them. Where we at? He's the clown who was here. If you want to catch the video of him, first of all, I recommend you go catch the Xavier Miller interview. Very enjoyable, very informative. It was very open, great discussion. I enjoyed it thoroughly. But who is that guy? I've actually got I've got a picture of the guy. Brace yourself. That's who we're dealing with. Calling him the Beast because of his striking features. Okay. Hold on. What's going on over here? Is he back? Is the Beast back? Is the Beast back? I don't think so. Not quite yet. Okay, so let's just roll through these comments. Who's the greatest trainer of all time? I'd probably go with Jack Blackburn. Who's the greatest trainer of all time? Damn. That's a research project, my friend. That's a research project. I'd have to have a round table to get several different opinions. But that's a tough one. That's a tough one. But that's a great conversation for a round table. I hope I remember that. Thought it means D side. Thought it meant. Okay, not sure about that. Who's this Gary Derman? Let's have a look at Gary Derman. Okay, there we are. Okay, so where are we now? Lots of comments. Where we at? Free Dixon ciders. I don't know. That sounds like a corner shop. It sounds like a corner shop. I'll watch the interview next and comment. Good show. The least I could do. Much appreciation. The bronze plumber. Much appreciation. Be sure to check out that Xavier Miller interview. And yeah, for sure, leave a comment. And if you want to go the extra mile, share it with somebody. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. I
got answer to that. I think it's Emmanuel Stewart, man. Emmanuel Stewart. I have to say Emmanuel Stewart. I'll tell you why, right?
Yeah.
If you look at all the amateurs he brought out, right, and how successful they were in the amateurs, yeah. You're talking about Michael Mora. You're talking about Jeremy McLennan. You're talking about Thomas the Hitman Hearns. You're talking about the Hilton brothers. Is it the Hilton brothers? Yeah, the Hilton McCory and then McCory. Just multiple people, and then obviously he was good at welterweight and light heavy, and then obviously the transitions into the heavyweight division, long lasting. Lennox Lewis, Vladimir Klitschko, Hall of Famers, amateurs. Bro, you have to be hard pressed to say that Emmanuel Stewart is probably one of the greatest coaches in both amateur and professional like that. The second guy that I would probably name in there, right, as one of the greatest coaches, probably Mike Stanford. Now, people say Mike Stanford. Well, Mike Stanford got Adrian Broner to like 300 and something amateur fights. Now, Adrian Broner and some of them other fighters, people say when it comes to Olympics, a lot of other coaches take over, but he got Adrian Broner. I think it's Warren. What's his name again? And Robert Easter Jr. What's his name? The other guy. There's three of them. They're all from the amateurs, right? And pro. And then I was talking to Mike Stanford the other day. Actually, Rafi, I need to give you an interview with Mike Stanford, right? Talk about Adrian Broner, whatever. Adrian Broner, people laugh or whatever. 4-weight champion. Robert Easter, lightweight champion. And Rashid Warren, featherweight champion down there. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I kind of always look on what guys did in the amateurs and pros, but most people probably say Freddie Roach. But what I'd say is that Freddie Roach, a lot of guys came to him. They were already but Freddie H maybe added something to them and made them successful, but he didn't create them. You understand what I'm saying? You're talking about Manu who created these guys, and you're talking about Mike Stanford who created guys. You understand what I'm saying? From the amateurs all the way into the professionals, which is damn hard to do. Joe Calzaghe's trainer, Enzo McInerney, he's very good as well because he had Joe Calzaghe through the amateurs, 3 ABA schoolboy champions. So to me, when I think about the greatest coaches, I think of what they did when they basically had nothing and built someone, whether it's between the fighter and them through the amateur rankings and turn into professional. So that's what I kind of look at that. People talk about Robert McCracken with Anthony Joshua, but Anthony Joshua was being trained by Don Charles. Don Charles was one of his first coaches. He still does the hill training and some of the stuff at Don Charles. Don Charles still has footage with Anthony Joshua there he was training with Anthony. Ron McCracken was there at the Olympic setup to take all the accolades, but he wasn't the guy who helped build Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? But that's that Derek Chisora, that the Don Charles was there with Derek Chisora through the amateurs, helped him win the ABAs, and then took Derek Chisora where he is now. Even though he's not with him, Don Charles is a very capable coach who doesn't get enough praise, in my opinion. So I kind of always, to answer your question, I always look at guys who took guys through the amateurs and into the ring, into the thing. Also, Xavier Miller, right now, he's obviously with Dillian, but he has some amateurs, Yusuf Super Kamari, Dennis Wahone, and Adrian Redmond, and he has them three. I was around the amateur setup. If they do anything in the professional stuff, then Zab should get credit for that. So that's my take on when you think of the greatest coaches of all time. And obviously you have all the old great coaches, Jeff Blackman and some of the other coaches. So that's what I look at. Bill Miller, talking Mr. James Ali Bashir, and them got other coaches. Bill Miller, I said Bill Miller, James Ali Bashir, out from the Crunk Gym. And don't forget, obviously, Floyd Mayweather Sr., Roger Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? They again, amateurs into pros. So that's my criteria for, in my opinion, for being great coaches.
Yes. Good calls, some good calls there. It's definitely a good topic for a round table. And before we get to the Jarrell Miller, Bob Arum thing, just want to finish off the scene when I see what I see. Yo, panel, what do you think? What you think of Glovegate, and did you really debate BFTB? Well, all you need to do, Jared Podolsky, is type in, not now, but later on, make a mental note to type into my channel, Raphael Dawkins and BFTB, and you will see a slew. You will see a slew of videos of our interaction. So that should answer the question for you. Okay, and so Costa D'Amato molded boys into men. Costa D'Amato, very interesting topic. It's a very interesting topic. Costa D'Amato, some interesting angles to that story, which I'm not going to go into now. But that's another James Jameson coming with the topics. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to have to write a couple of those down. Who was the best trainer? That's a great topic. Yeah, I'm going to have a round table on that one for sure. And the second one you just come up with, Costa D'Amato.
People say Costa D'Amato, right?
Yeah.
He was the manager of Mike Tyson, and he trained him. I know Teddy Atlas trained him. I know Costa D'Amato was watching because Costa was pretty old. Teddy Atlas was doing the day-to-day, and Kevin Rooney was his second. But the system, the system, what they were following was Costa's blueprint. You know what I'm saying? But Costa, you know, psychologically, a lot of fighters mentally was helping mentally build fighters, right? But the system of building them now, in the amateurs, when you looked in the corner, you saw Teddy Atlas, and then he used to talk to Cuss. Cuss couldn't make it to the amateur fight. So really, in effect, you have to talk to Teddy Atlas. That's why Teddy Atlas is very highly praised. He's with Mike Tyson. But other than that, he ain't really got anyone he built from the amateurs. He was with Mike Tyson. He left Mike Tyson in the amateurs. Kevin Rooney took over. Sorry, to be fair, Teddy was there until Mike finished his amateur. I think Kevin Rooney took over, and then he helped turn Mike pro. So if you, in effect, you could say Kevin Rooney, but Costa D'Amato was the structure and the system they come from. He didn't actually do the day-to-day work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about Manuel Stewart, who lived with the fighters, cooked with the fighters, and stayed with them You ask Andy Lee, got the best out of the fighters. Emmanuel Stewart was the grand master. You know what I mean? And I do say Mike Stanford, but people underestimate him. But you can't name any other trainer other than Emmanuel Stood that brought guys from the amateurs and brought 3 of the guys, and 3 of them are world champions. You know what I mean? Errol Spence, he was Errol Spence. Errol Spence is pretty good, and I think the guy in Texas, he's a good trainer. But I'm not too sure if he brought Errol Spence from the amateurs. So you have to look at
Derek James.
Derek James, and I think Bo Mac from
Bo Mac.
Yeah. So, but what you have to look at is like they bring 1, but did they bring 2 or 3? That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, Mike Stanford's got 3. All 3 of them contenders, world champions. Adrian Broner, the most popular one. But when I talked to Mike Stanford, he said he's got another guy who's better than Adrian Broner, and he's about to turn pro soon. So, you know, keep your eye out for that. He's the next guy to break. Yeah, Rashid Warren. That's his name. Yeah.
Keep your eye out for Rashid Warren. Keep your eye out. Keep your eye out. Keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it. Okay, so where are we? Let me take that down for a second. You are in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi alongside Vital NRG and alongside EJ Boxing. And we got to get into this. We got to talk about this. We got to look at it because we've been looking for some definitive statements on the big baby Jarrell Miller situation. I've just realized that guy in the background behind Bob's head. He looks like Joey DeWaco. That might be Joey DeWaco right there behind Bob Arum's head. Okay, so where we at now? The bronze plumber said, surely you're forgetting Joe Gallagher. But we're getting into this. No, didn't forget him. We're getting into this situation now with.
It's about Joe Gallagher. Who did he bring for that? And he's Scott Quigg and them guys there. Scott Quigg and a lot of them guys there. They were built. There was another guy who the championship gym. I think he owned the gym as a black guy. He died. Same gym Carl Thompson died, and he helped build them, but he died of cancer. And Joe Gallagher inherited the gym.
What do you mean Carl Thompson's dead?
No, I was saying Carl Thompson was a part of that gym. Maurice Hardcore as well. They're up north, innit, where you know, Manchester, right? Down Moss side.
Yeah.
And, Gallagher was one of the fighters who was trained by, I can't remember his name though, but he's got a name. But the gym was named after him. But obviously after he died in cancer, Gallagher took the gym and all them young fighters. But he didn't make them young fighters, but he took the accolades from them. He's a coach of the year. But really and truly with Callum Smith and all them guys there, you know, them guys turning pro. I don't think he made them guys there, but I don't know the amateur career. I don't know the amateur record, but to be fair, he got world champions at a couple of them, and Callum's world champion. Credit, he's a good trainer. He's a good trainer. Is he one of the greatest trainers? Was the best trainers out there? That was the question. I don't think so. That's just my opinion. I think he's a good trainer.
Yeah.
I think he's a good trainer, I must say. But I don't, because I saw him in the corner when Scott Quigg's fighting Carl Frampton. He didn't even know that. He didn't know he was losing. And I've seen him in other corners where he's just, you know, he's not really giving great advice. So I don't think so. It's just my opinion. I think he's a good trainer though. But shout out for saying that.
Yes. Vital Energy says, my Moss side gym, big up Phil Martin. Okay. So give me a bit more information on Phil Martin. I'll read that. Is that one of the guys? Is that one of the guys whose number you sent me? I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I'll read it later. But first of all, right about now, rat-a-tat-tat. We're looking at this thing now. We're looking at this big story about Jarrell Miller. A lot of people have been wondering, speculating, pontificating about how it's going to go down with Big Baby. Well, wonder no more. Morris Hardcore, yes. Oh, Morris Hardcore, okay. I got his number, okay. Good stuff, okay. But now we go into the story. Let's get into it. Okay, so Bob Arum, exclusive. Okay, so Jarrell Miller will be dropped from his contract and never fight on a top rank show again after fresh positive PED test. Okay, those are the words of Bob Arum. Now let's get into it swiftly. Okay, so Bob Arum has declared that he won't be continuing his contract with Jarrell Miller. The Hall of Fame promoter signed a co-promotional deal to represent the disgraced US heavyweight earlier this year. Where we at? Okay, so that's them sitting side by side. Okay, so Arum signed Miller in January. Damn. Okay, so Miller was previously due to face Anthony Joshua last June, but failed the multiple drug tests, and so his place was taken by Andy Ruiz. We all know about that. He became a free agent as a result, and Arum's top rank decided to give him a chance. Okay, however, he once again tested positive for GW 15-16 before his planned return bout, which has been scrapped as a result. How stupid can you be? That was my reaction, said Bob Arum. And, I mean, we signed the fight after he had tested positive before the fight with Anthony Joshua. He told me it was his people that did it. He would be very careful, and he would have a special nutritionist. Seems like the man's a born liar, is this Jarrell Miller. And boom, the same thing happened again. He tested dirty. I think, again, it's a credit to boxing, because once we scheduled him to fight, the Nevada Commission immediately had VADA test him. The first test uncovered performance-enhancing drugs. It was very, very hard to deal. It's very, very hard to deal with stupidity. Very, very hard to deal with stupidity. Yeah, I think most people would agree with that statement and sentiment. When he tested positive before the AJ bout, Miller was not licensed by the New York Commission. Okay, this is just the thing. This allowed him to fall through the loophole and prevented them from suspending him. This time, he's not been so fortunate. Arum continued, I look at it this way. If a fighter takes performance-enhancing drugs, getting ready to participate in a fight, then I look at it as attempted murder. Damn. Strong words from Bob Arum. It's attempted murder if a fighter is taking performance-enhancing drugs. Okay, there we see Arum with the Gypsy King. There's only one, Tyson Fury. Okay. If he somehow evaded the test, he would go into the ring seriously compromising his opponent. And I believe that would be attempted murder. What happened in New York? He didn't have a license. He tested dirty and the fight was off. When he went to Nevada State Commission to schedule, when we went to the Nevada State Commission to schedule him for a fight, we told Nevada Commission, look, if he had been licensed in New York, they would have given him a 1-year suspension. So let's do it ourselves. Keep him out for the year. They did license him, and then he tested dirty again. Now it's up to the commission to determine the penalty. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, messages coming through thick and fast. That's a good thing. As long as they're good messages, I think they are. And I believe that it'll be a multi-year or lifetime ban. So we're looking at multi-year or a lifetime thing. Damn. Well, it needs to be a multi-year. It definitely needs to be a multi-year. And if you're asking me, I'd continue my if you're asking me if I'd continue my contract with him, the answer is not on your life. Jarrell Miller. Let me highlight this. Jarrell Miller will never fight on a top rank card again. Damn, well, not again, just never fight on a top rank card. So that is, what's this? 10 minutes of yoga to jumpstart your work day. Okay, so that's very good positioning for the lower back there. Very, very good indeed. Good posture. Keep your head up high. So yeah, that's Jarrell Miller. that's Jarrell Miller, and the words of Black Polska, the words of Bob Arum. He's going to be looking at a multi-year ban, if not a lifetime ban, and he's never going to fight on a top rank card again. So yeah, I mean, I think that Jarrell Miller. It seems clear to me that Jarrell Miller can't fight without the shizzle in his system. I repeat, it seems to me Jarrell Miller cannot fight without the shizzle in his system. Because if you're telling me that the guy loaded up to fight man like Forrest, or his name, Forrest Whitaker. What was that guy's name? Forrest Whitaker. If you're telling me that man like Jarrell Miller didn't feel comfortable fighting Forrest, whatever his name was, without the shizzle in his system, then I think you're looking at a guy who just habitually is a habitual user of stimulants, illegal substances, and so yeah. Well, if you can't fight without that shizzle in your system, then you need to just get the hell out of the game. You need to get the hell out of the game and find another gig. You need to find another gig. EJ Boxing, what say you? Oh,
yeah. So yeah. So Big Belly Miller. Big Belly's been caught and he's been outed by Top Rank. You see, the thing is, yeah, like, this guy is incredible. You know what I mean? He begged Eddie Hearn for the opportunity. He got the opportunity. Said something about AJ's mum. Very disrespectful. Begged it, and you got yourself out of it. And then you crawled and you built yourself back up. And then you did it to yourself again. Here's what you call self-destructive, man. It's a self-destructive man. And you don't hold yourself accountable. You know, you've gone so low down that you're on your belly crawling. You know what I mean?
Literally.
You need to go find another sport, MMA, because you're hanging around them. Because I was listening to Derek Zora's interview, and he's in the gym with them MMA people. You need to go do that. Go back to your kickboxing. Boxing doesn't miss you. I didn't like his style. I never really rated him. I didn't like his trash talking. I like trash talking. Shannon Briggs, I don't mind him. James Toney, he's okay. You know what I mean? What the difference with them, as I find with Big Baby Miller, he's disrespect about people's relatives. I can't deal with that. That's in life in general. This is me. I don't like what he said. I don't like what he said. The drug taking as well, it just makes sense because you're vulgar, you've got no respect, and boxing will not miss you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'm not gonna miss him. Bob Arum did the right thing to protect his brand. I'm not gonna protect you either. You know, he give you opportunity and look what you do with it. You know, look, you did it to me, you did it to Eddie Hearn. So the only thing left for him is to go to Al Heyman. And Al Heyman might accept him, you know, because Andrew Ruiz was on the same thing, and Al Heyman took him in and, you know, gave him a shot and stuff. So he might change his way. And I always, even though I don't like the stuff he does, he still have leeway for him to be ashamed and sort himself out. So maybe Al Heyman, after his ban, could sign him and maybe do better, and maybe he comes across better. But I don't like the way he conduct himself. Luckily, the thing was found out before he got in the ring. He was attempting to commit murder. I can't really say murder, but attempting to get in the ring and with illegal substances. I don't know exactly what it will do, but it's illegal as far as we know. And for that, you know, there's no respect for you. You're gonna have to be the villain. If you want to go MMA, then fine. But end of the day, you get what you put out in life, and the energy you've been putting out hasn't been good. So you're getting your just desserts. Anthony Joshua, and I've talked to Anthony Joshua, is the most coolest, calmest, well-mannered person you'd ever want to speak to. You wouldn't wish harm on him. And his mum, I met his mum, the most nicest, sweetest woman. if he looked like to me, if he was in trouble, she'll lend a hand out to help. And even Anthony Joshua himself. So the stuff you were saying was unnecessary. And this is not me coming as a fan. It's just that there's no need for it. That's the way the universe works, man. So you're getting your just desserts. Maybe you can learn from it, and maybe the PBC picks you up. So that's all I gotta say.
Yes. PBC pick him up. I don't know if PBC gonna pick him up. I don't know. PBC pick him up. Would PBC pick him up? Would PBC? I don't know. I think he's damaged goods now. I think his name is mud out there now. His name's mud out there now. Everybody knows that the guy can't function. The guy can't operate without the shizniks up in his system. Eddie Hearn looking like Nostradamus now. Eddie Hearn looking like Nostradamus right now. Bobby's chasing the cash advance he gave to Big Farmer Miller. They'll be working on a door coming soon. Back on the doors. Looks like Miller's going back on the doors. DJ, Georgie, Porgy up in the building. Marla up in the building. What's that? What's this? Very surprised. A smart man like Aram and James Prince would be so gullible as to trust Big Pharma. Indeed. You're tuned to Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. You're listening to Boxing Talk with Rafi. And for anybody who didn't catch the news earlier on, the breaking news earlier on, tell them again, EJ. Tell them again the breaking news. Tell them again if they didn't catch it. Tell them again, EJ. And
the breaking news is Raphael Dawkins will be working with the PBC. That's the breaking news right now. Xavier Miller is officially the head coach of Dillian Whyte. That is the breaking news.
That's the breaking news. That's breaking news. I know a lot of people will have seen the interview that I did with Xavier Miller, the new coach of Dillian Whyte, the new head coach. That is. Let's get the. What is it? That's there. Let's save that. Boom. Let's show that. Okay. A lot of people have seen the interview I did yesterday. 1 hour and 40 minutes interview I did with Xavier Miller, Dillian Whyte's new head trainer. It wasn't official yesterday. So I titled the piece Xavier Miller, Dillian Whyte's trainer, but now it is official. Now we got the inside scoop. We received the inside scoop that Xavier Miller is now officially the head trainer of Dillian Whyte. We've got that scoop. And so I retitled the piece to head trainer because it wasn't official. Well, it wasn't for sure yesterday, but now, today, Monday, we know it to be so. So that's the breaking news. And anybody who did not catch the video, then absolutely go ahead and listen to that interview. It's now over an hour and a half long, and you get an insight into the guy, insight into his working methods, insight into his style of training. And he's been mistitled by some as the Philly Shell guy. People were saying, well, how is Dillian Whyte gonna beat Povetkin using the Philly Shell? But Xavier Miller goes into that and expands on that and clarifies that. And so absolutely, if you've not caught that live interview, then for sure, go ahead and watch it. It's a damn good watch. It's a very good critical reaction. And thank you to Xavier Miller for taking the time out of his day. Where are we? So make sure you go and check out that video for sure. And also, folks, I would like to ask you, when you watch a live video, just drop a comment in the permanent comment section, the standard comment section. It helps with the algorithms. Obviously, more people will leave comments as time goes by, but I'm asking you to do it now. Well, not right now, but I mean generally. Just make a mental note that it would be helpful. It's another way to contribute to the channel. It's just another way to contribute. You got the like button, you got the subscribe button, and for people who are missing notifications, what I suggest you do with the subscribe button, the bell icon, is that you click it off and then click it back on again, and then set your settings to receive notifications. Make sure your settings are set to receive notifications, otherwise you're gonna miss. Okay, and so I don't know. I think I've chopped up pretty much every damn thing. I've got an itchy nose. Pretty much chopped up everything I wanted to chop up. The show changed at the last minute when I received the call with the breaking news, and EJ's here and he's told it to you. I would not be surprised if Miller gets a career in Germany. He could get a career some places. Some places he'll probably still fight. Some commissions will still give him a little pass, but he ain't gonna be making anywhere near the type of money that he's blown over there. Yeah, the money that he's blown already. But then again, if he's always been dirty and it looks like he's always been dirty, then he was always going to get tested positive. If the man comes back to face Forrest and he's dirty, facing a guy like Forrest, and he feels that he had to have some stuff in his system, some shiznicks in his system, then, you know, you have to assume, you have to think. Any logical mind would think that the guy is habitual user. Was that the little Leonard Cohen refrain from Rafi? I can't even remember what I sang. You're at the beginning of the show. We're at the end of the show. I was going to carry on with the rhyme there, but I thought better of it. I didn't want to run out of bars. You know, Rafi don't like to run out of bars. Rafi don't run out of bars. Previously used the shiznicks in his system. Previously had shiznicks in his system. Where is he? Where is the fella? I don't know where he's hiding. Needs to come out of hiding and come and say hello to the people. Okay. So, where are we? Let me just make sure everything is in ship shape and Bristol fashion. Okay. And so that is it. EJ, I think we got through it. I think we did everything. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. I think the thing is done. And EJ, this thing here is a sleeve. Can you see it? Where is it? It's a sleeve.
Okay.
And apparently you put it over your wrist. I wish it didn't have any emblem on it, but you put it on your over your forearm, and you're able to, theoretically, you should be able to function better. Brain activity, physical activity. It should trigger the brain, stimulate the brain somehow. And I've been given it by Vital NRG. Let me take the emblem down. Given it by Vital NRG to try out and see if it actually works.
It looks like one of them sleeves like you play basketball and then live so yeah. Does it go from your muscles down to your wrist? Is it like one of them?
Yeah, from your wrist up to your elbow.
That's all right, man. Yeah, you know what, that could work still. That could work, you know.
Well, I'm gonna be trying it. And reporting upon the success or lack thereof.
Yes.
Of this item. So, and then we're going to be talking about it with Vital NRG at a future date. But for now, I think we've done it. By Jove, I think we've done it. Yeah, he's done it before. Previous usage, previous PED usage. And so I think it's time to say good night. Vital NRG, you want to come in and say your final words?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, good show.
Yeah, man.
I'm just here listening, catching up on the gossip. You know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you a bit brighter with that sleeve on you.
Absolutely.
We'll catch up soon. think we'll catch up in about a week or so and see what I go on. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but
Good.
nice one. Good show. Good show. And
Excellent.
I'm going to go and listen. I'm going to go listen to your previous show.
To the interview. Listen to the interview.
Yeah.
100 and leave a comment in the comment section as well if you'd be so kind.
I will do. Yeah. It's a good show, and I like the guy you have on, the New York guy. Yeah.
EJ UK guy. He's a UK guy, but I call him Mr. International, so that's why I probably got it mixed up. He's Mr. International. Mr. International.
Mixed international scene. Yeah.
Like I'm from New York. What's that? What's
Yeah,
up, bro?
he said he
no,
like.
bro, I was on about you. I was on about the other guy, the Asia guy.
Who?
Asia.
Oh, Rick Laser. Sorry, Rick Laser.
Yeah, it's so knowledgeable. Bang.
Rick Laser is on every Wednesday. Wednesday.
Excellent.
So tune in for that one as well. Mr. Vital NRG. He's got the website. Go check him out. And that was Vital Energy. David, catch you later, my friend.
DJ, catch you later. Nice one. All right.
Bro. Big up, bro.
All right.
100%. And that was Vital NRG. And for sure, go and check him out. Check him out. Physiotherapist, not psychotherapist. Physiotherapist. Okay, and so where are we? EJ Boxing, thanks for jumping on this day. And thank you, everybody. Sorry, EJ. Let me just get to you in a second. Yeah, and thank you for everyone in the chat. Remember to smash the like button. If you have not subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Even if you have subscribed, hit the bell icon again so it's off, and then hit it again so it comes back on. Keep that shizzle refreshed to make sure you stay updated with all the notifications, because I think that you know how YouTube do things when they see that you're a free spirit. Maybe they have issues with that. But I digress. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and for sure share the shizzle. Like I said before, share Rafi's shizzle so that we may fertilize the whole of the earth and cleanse it. Okay, EJ Boxer, your final words. First of all, thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing what you're sharing. Thanks for sharing what you shared. And your final words, EJ Boxing. I think it's been a good one. Over to you, EJ. It's been a good one. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's always a good one as well. Like I probably neglected my own channel because I'm over here, but being over here is more. Being to be fair, like coming on your channel, entertaining, and it's more entertaining sometimes. It was easy pressure. Obviously I have my own channel, EJ Boxer Live, but I think in terms of the subject matter, the subject matter for you're really into that. In terms of Dillian and all the things there. So I said, let me help out. I wouldn't really have that on my channel in terms of that because with me and Dillian, it's a touchy subject, and and anything I say, it just digs me a grave. So I kind of stay away from that. But I don't mind helping Raphael Dawkins and the rest of his audience to get that, and that helps, help build out another man's channel. So I have no problem with that. I enjoy the interaction and the guests, and it's always a pleasure. The breaking news as Xavier Miller is officially Dillian Whyte's coach, and we talked about it, and now it's official. And you did ask all the relevant questions about jabs and all them placements. So you answered most of the people's questions as well. So from this point onwards, sky's up for Mr. Raphael Dawkins and Combat Radio. It can only keep going up. And like I said, he's in contact with all the major people. As you know, he's all the people coming to the channel, old school, new school. So you guys, it was sub to Raphael Dawkins' channel. You get all the great content. And Mr. Dawkins himself is very entertaining. You know what I mean? There's always something going on. There's always some sort of big rap, whether it's the Beast, whether it's Troy, whether it's Xavier, whether it, what I'm trying to say, there's always something. So he's the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour himself, Mr. Raphael Dawkins. Check me out, EJ Boxing Live, if I go live, but if not, I'll be over here and help and big up the channel. So I appreciate you, Rafi.
Yes. EJ Boxing was very generous. EJ Boxing was the guy who hooked me up. I didn't really want to say because I don't know what, the parameters. When somebody tells you something, you don't know what the parameters are, what you can and what you can't say. But Xavier Miller said it himself on air, and I confirmed it. EJ Boxing was the middleman. He was the middleman who made it possible, who hooked it up for me. Very, very generous thing for someone to do. Very, very generous. And so I think it's highly, highly appreciated. Very generous act. And I appreciate the generous. I appreciate the generous act by man like Frank the French. And, James Jameson is a regular contributor. He tosses in a couple of quid. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing. So appreciation to the guys who support in that way. It is much appreciated. And to everybody else who like woman like Monique Thompson. She's a Monique Thompson. Bayliss, Lisa Bayliss. That's it, Lisa Bayliss. Also, she don't feel no way about throwing a couple of some coins in the tin. She's happy to do it, and it's much appreciated. Various women contribute, and many ways to contribute. By super chat, by smashing the like button, that's a contribution. By simply watching the show, that's a contribution. By sharing, that's a big contribution. Super chatting, PayPal button, big contribution, and it's much appreciation. But the main thing is being over here and enjoying and participating in the thing. Absolutely 100%. So yeah, much thanks. And for sure, if you did not catch the interview, the Xavier Miller interview, then by all means go over there and watch it. It's a very great chat, and I'm sure you will enjoy. And leave a comment in there, share it on your social media platforms, tweet it, retweet it, Instagram it, Facebook it, and any other of the content that you have seen and that you have enjoyed. And a bunch of videos today. For sure, go over there and smash the like button on those. And technologically, I need to find a new gear. I need to level up technologically. I need to level up. I've been doing this thing for a little while now. And, technologically, there's certain things I want to do. And personally, from a personal standpoint, want to do. I feel like I need to do it. Well, I need to do it because I want to do it. Shouldn't say need to do it, but I want to do it. And I'm looking for something very specific here. Will I find it? I'm bound to find it. I've got to find it. I want to find it. So find it. Find it, I shall. But for some reason, can't see it there, but I can see it over here. Developments. I don't even know how to use it properly. Don't even know how to use the technology properly, but much thanks goes out to you know who. Not only EJ Boxing and Vital Energy, but you know who. You who made this thing for me to share with my guests. I think we're going to leave it there. It's been a good one. It's been a great one. I have been greatly entertained by your company. Thanks goes out to EJ Boxing for jumping on. Thanks goes on to Vital NRG for jumping on. And of course, much thanks go out to you for just being here. Nothing much more to say other than it's the like, it's the subscribes, it's the comments, it's the shares. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. And don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit all the good buttons. And watch out for the content. Got more videos due to be dropped tomorrow. And, of course, on Wednesday, more videos. And then, of course, Wednesday evening, It's Ask Rick. Rick Glazer back up in the building. But for now, the only thing left for me to say is, actually, no, I'm going out slightly different. Tonight. Let's do it this way. Let's see if I can pull this off. Keep your fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed that Rafi can get this right.